Okay, so I've just made myself a new set of armor as well, and I've decided to drop the sword and go with a spear as well as a bow. So I've crafted all of this, and so I'll just show you the so this is made out of iron bone and silk, the armor, and then the spear is the spear tip is made out of steel and okay. Look at the clipping. I think I might need to report that. It doesn't look very good like this. Anyway, this is the mercenary armor set, and yeah, it looks very cool. And as you can see, the material that you use will be reflected. So let's say you use another material, the texture will look different. So I think this is one of the best things about Mortal Online, is that you can really not only craft a piece of gear that not only the stats will be different, but the appearance will be different as well. Okay, so the shield is made out of iron bone and wood as well. I think it's grey wood or dapple wood. I can't remember which one, but yeah. So this is my because I did do a bit of PvE, and so it does turn out that the AI is significantly much more, it is more robust. It doesn't get stuck as much anymore, and in fact, I haven't seen it get stuck at all just now when I try to fight a bandit. So now, because of that, I'm going to have to just use a bow instead. As you can see, the walking sound is different as well. So this is another cool thing about Mortal Online, is that I think the music's a bit loud, but might turn it down. Might turn it down a little bit. Okay. I think that works out a little bit better. Okay. And so yeah. So when I was wearing the what do you call, the Tindremic guard armor, the walking sound was different. So I think it depends on the type of armor and also the material that you use. Okay, I'm showing you this clip from the latest patch, not the 0.33, but 0.1.0.38. Because while I was while I was editing, in production of this episode, another patch came out, and so SV's been outpacing me yet again, and they're really just developing at a breakneck speed, which is good. Can't complain. So I'm gonna try and okay. So, and also they've added basil to this game now. There's a few other plants, I think, newly added plants. So I'm going to try and use okay, so let's focus on PvE and showing you that it is no longer, wonky pathing issues that is keeping the mob from getting down the rocks. Okay, we won't we won't use our stamina in case we need to run. Oh, there we go. There's one. So I'm going to show you how the AI is actually quite, the pathing and everything so forth is very, it's much more robust this time. All right. Okay. See, as you can see, the AI doesn't get stuck anymore. So hopefully I don't die. Oh, and he's stuck again. Alright, so yeah, so this is this is 0.38, so it is still a little bit okay, so they do still get stuck. However, I feel that no arrows equipped. Oh, okay, so you don't need to. Alright, so yeah, this is I'm still using my old MO1 reflexes. I usually have to redraw my bow, as in pulling out my bow again after equipping more arrows. So it's pretty much, he's pretty much on his last legs, so it's not long enough, but yeah, he's stuck again. Oh, but he is still sort of finding his way around. Okay, so he is coming down. Okay. Come on. Look at all the arrows on him. Make sure I don't Alright, so I think this is like I think this might be a sort of a safe measure to keep keep players from luring mobs falling to their falling down and taking damage. It's like to keep them from exploiting it, because mobs are not like players. Players would find their way, try and find a way down without falling damage, but NPCs are a different matter. So I want to at least use my spear, so hopefully I can lure him out. So I do think that the pathing is a bit more responsive this time. Yeah, he is you know, sort of stuck again. So it is yeah. So they're not hopefully I can lure him down here. Then you know, then I can swiftly take him out. Oh, and he's gone. Okay. So hopefully I can lure him down here. Oh, he's coming. Alright. Come back here. Oh, and he's running away. Alright. Nice. Oh, is that all? Alright. Okay, so that was fun. Okay, so as you can see, the AI is significantly better. And again, I'm showing you this on the latest 0.38 patch. So this is not from 0.33, which at the time it was still a little bit wonky. Okay, just another thing I wanted to show you guys with, I think, 0.1.0.38 or maybe another patch before it, the night has become much darker. So a number of people were talking about this on the MO2 forums, and so personally, I do like this. I think this is how it should be. Nights should be dark. And so now, however, you do get a a radius of light where you can see, I think a few feet ahead of you, but you can't really see all that much. So this is where you'll need to use the torch. And okay, now I think there is a night sight clade gift somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but okay. Okay, I think it's one of these. Let's just see where it is. Okay. Oh, clears your mind from harmful magic. That's interesting. So I'm not sure whether it's in here or not. This almost feels a bit like Fallout's the Fallout abilities. I'm sure it's one of these. I'm just not sure where it is. Okay, so maybe it's okay, maybe it hasn't been added yet, but yeah, so this is another thing that you need to be aware of. Now, yeah, so some people say that they don't really like this sort of pitch dark nights, but for me, I've always been sort of more towards having dark nights because it really does make you regulate your the time that you spend in town and the time that you spend in the wilderness. So at night time, if you're a miner or a resource gatherer or a transporter, then you would be. This is the time that you'll be doing your rounds out in the wild, because practically no one else will be able to notice you unless they run into you or they have night sight. So it's gonna drastically increase your chances of surviving, of not being detected. Conversely, I think for some other people, it's going to mean that at nighttime they're going to. Okay, I think this needs to be smoothed out. Yeah, it doesn't look very good like this. So I think for some other people, the night hours they're going to spend in town, maybe preparing for daytime, or they're going to just hunker down and wait out the night, which I heard is not very long. The pitch darkness is only for a brief period of time in the night hours, and then after that, it should be a lot better. But yeah, this is. I personally think that this is what we need. Now, like I said, the community is split on this. Some people like it, some people don't. Personally, I do like it because it does give the nights a peculiar, peculiar function to it. It will drive some people to want to go out in the night hours, and then it will drive some people to stay away from the wilderness at night. So so I'm guessing that those who have night sight will be the ones who go out into the night, and then for those who don't, or they just don't have any means to illuminate their surroundings, then they will want to spend the nighttime in town. Now, I can understand if some people feel that this is not going to be good, because it means that if they were to log in and it's in the night time, then and if they don't want to play in the wilderness, then they can't do anything. Then they're just going to have to either log off and play something else and come back later, or they're going to have to wait in game. So there's both sides to this, and so I can understand. But for me, this is kind of like it's kind of hard to have it both ways. To have dark nights and at the same time to have nights that where you can see without using a torch or some other way of improving your sight. So yeah, so this is a kind of the. I remember this debate has been going on for quite a number of years. Even in Mortal Online 1. Yes, I it's hard to you can't really please everyone when it comes to things like this. So, but I'm hoping that SV will just stick to something that they feel is going to be close to their vision for the game. And because if you pull out your torch, you can see, well, the torch doesn't really make much of a difference. So if you were to, so you can still see quite a bit. It's just that you can't see into the distance. And and look at that! I really like this. Check this out. Look at that. There's the at night when you stand outside, you see the light blue sort of in the horizon, yeah, it's really good that they have this. This is like very immersive as well, and so I think you can still see quite a fair bit, but you know, it's just that you can't see what's in the distance. And so I guess it is possible if you're really good at navigating, if you can recognize and memorize the layout of the land, then you can, I think you can find your way around at night, just, you know, like this, without using any sort of, you know, without using night sight. But yeah, I think for most people, you know, they're going to either use night sight or they're going to stay in town. So it's a double-edged sword. And so yeah, but just showing you guys this new way of new way to play at night, as it were. It might not be, I don't think it's for everyone, and it's certainly very you know, it does cause, you know, debate on both sides. And so, but yeah, like I said, you know, I am for this kind of thing, because I think that there is a place for things like this in this game. However, yeah, it might not be to everyone's liking, you know, and certainly I think for the vast majority of, you know, those who are not used to hardcore games and those who are not used to Dark Knights, then, you know, this could be a sticking point for them. You know, you could either turn them away or make them, you know, make them not very, to be not very happy. So, but anyway, just a little extra something that I wanted to show you guys. So yeah, we'll move on to the next part of this video.